Good morning, everyone. Firstly, I'd like to say a quick thank you to the CIM and Kelvin for having us here today. My name's Darrin Lewis. I'm with Thornton. We administer Growth Accelerator, which is now part of Business Growth Services. To begin with, I'd like to throw a few questions out there. By show of hands, how many of you here today own or manage a small to mid-sized business? Excellent. Once again, by show of hands, how many of you here have suppliers who are small or mid-sized businesses? And lastly, how many of you here today have customers that are small to mid-sized businesses? So clearly, by the hands in the room, we can see that small businesses touch our lives in different ways. It's in everyone's interest to see them succeed, and that's what Business Growth Service is all about. It's an amalgamation of government-funded initiatives that are there to support small businesses and help them put back into the economy, both in terms of jobs and growth. Today, I'm here with my Growth Accelerator hat, and I'll spend not more than 5 to 10 minutes just with a few key bits, and hopefully everyone here will be able to take a few things away that might be helpful to them. In a nutshell, why do companies come to Growth Accelerator? Two main reasons. If they're looking for guidance on things like strategy, sales and marketing, organizational structuring, developing their people, that sort of stuff, they can essentially go on the market and find it, but they're investing their own time. It's hard to find the right sort of expertise, and it can be quite expensive to afford. Alternatively, they can come to Growth Accelerator. If we can accept them onto the service, we'll do the footwork for them, source an expert that's a good match to where they are and where they're trying to get to, and draw down on government funding so that it's more affordable for them to access that expertise. That's the first reason. The second reason is if small businesses are looking to invest in their senior management team towards training in things like leadership and management, sales and marketing, project management, soft skills, and a whole range of areas, we can match fund £2,000 for every senior manager in the business. When I meet with companies, I position this as such. If you're looking to invest in your people, you can do it with your own money, or why not take advantage of something where the government is willing to put in 50p to a pound for the senior managers to help this company grow. Something to perhaps consider. We've been running the service for 3 years now. In that time, there's been more than 24,000 SMEs that have leveraged the support and funding on offer. Think about that, that's quite a few. And they come through 3 different streams. Some of them are there through our Growth Through Innovation stream. Think patents, trademarks, innovation, that sort of stuff. Our Access to Finance stream, now that is an education piece around what makes companies investable, lendable, what are the type of options available to them and appropriate for where they are and their journey. And lastly, how to position propositions in front of different stakeholders so that they're more able to raise finance at the end of the intervention. 80% of our deal volume, though, comes through business development. That's companies looking for top-line strategy, clarity on the big picture, sales and marketing strategy, how do we get new customers, keep them happy, get a multiplier effect, and how do we develop our people? Because ultimately, a company of any size, whether it's less than 5 people or a large corporation, is nothing more than an idea. It's really the people in the room that make it happen or not. So investing in people is typically a good idea. Let's talk a little bit about the companies that can leverage the support. It's aimed for companies that are registered in the UK and trading in England. For Grant Thornton, we would look at companies that either have a registered office or physical presence in London and Hertfordshire. Further afield, we have consortia partners managing the interventions. Outside of that, the company would need to have less than 250 full-time equivalent employees and less than £40 million of turnover per year. They also need to meet the EU's definition of an SME. It's across sectors, across different stages, so companies inside of the first 5 years to companies that have been around for 50 years plus. I've got some of those as my own clients, so I can say that with some credibility. And also, it's a selective service. What we're looking to do is help the companies that have that ambition to grow and have a credible idea of how that growth might come about. They might be in second gear, they're looking to get to third, or they might be in third and they're looking to get to fourth or fifth. By being part of this, that might be a few steps towards getting them from where they are to where they want to be. Once the companies actually come on board, the satisfaction rate is much higher than 90%. That's a startling figure for a government-funded service. It's done really well, and it has been renewed for a further 2 years because of that. Ultimately, people vote with their feet. Once they come in the shop, it's how much do they like it and how many of their friends do they talk about it. A lot of what we do are small business owners talking to their suppliers, their customers, other people like them who own or manage small businesses and are looking for that support. We are here to help, and the more people hear about it, the more likely they are to perhaps do something. Lastly, there is a contribution involved. The service is valued at £3,500 plus VAT. What the company puts in depends upon the number of employees. So say, for example, a company with less than 4 employees would put in just £600 plus 700 towards the VAT, which they can claim back from the taxman. And the government puts in a grant of 2,900. The second figure there is for companies between 5 to 49, they put in £1,500 plus the VAT figure, and the government puts a bridge of £2,000. That's pretty much it. Thank you for your time today, and hope you have an amazing conference. If there's any further questions or you need any further information, we have a stand outside, and we're happy to help where we can. Thank you.